So we're underway with the Queensland and Victoria 17 and under division. It is a knockout semi-final 2v3 on court 1. On court 3 we'll have Queensland and Victoria, so we'll try and keep you up to date with those scores throughout the match. Michael Hutchinson here with you for AMNA TV. Joining me is Western Australian Open men's player Jerome Gilbard. Jerome, you've just come off a tough semi-final, so you know exactly how these boys are feeling heading into this one. Nervous, pressure, excited? Are you a calm player when you're heading to finals?
Look, yeah, I think everyone approaches it differently, but obviously these guys being young will probably be quite nervous. I was nervous before we started, but as soon as we got into our warm-up, I knew that we knew what we had to do. If we stick to our game plan, we'd be in the game. So just about getting your processes right and sticking with it for 4 quarters, I suppose.
So we'll just run through the lineups quickly. For Ward at goal shooter for Queensland, Robinson, Merrick, Byrne, Hosking at wing defence, Wiley and Elliott the circle defenders. And for Victoria, Faramond at goal shooter, Hillier at goal attack, Pring, Stringer, Pospisil at wing defence, Commons and Smith the circle defenders. And Victoria have been first to score.
Fairly scrappy start to the game, but you sort of expect that with a final. First time to get their nerves out, I suppose, and settle. Umpires
for this match, Grace Underwood and Jake Shepherd. Reserve is Olivia Thompson. The team's taking a little while to settle. Just a goal in the opening 2 minutes. Ward makes good with that attempt.
Good space there from the shooter.
Yeah, Faramond, that was a good shot.
Let's see what Queensland can do.
So they've played each other twice so far in the tournament. Day 1, Queensland were victors, 47-43. But the Vics turned that around on day 4, 55-38 winners. So a win apiece. That was a great intercept from Commons on the transverse line.
Well read there by the goal defender. Happy to come out and have a crack.
Merrick now. Good jump from Stringer. And the throw into the Vics. So the winner of this game will play the grand final at 8 o'clock tonight on court 1. They will be joined by the winner of the other semi between Victoria 1 and ACT. So this is Victoria's second team in the 17 and under division. Big ball to Ward, just too much on it. Too many Wheat Bix this morning for breakfast. Pospisil, look to Smith, but it's Commons. Smith again. Hillier's a long way from home. Stringer. Pring was too much on it. He gathered the second time after the bounce. A lot of tussling in the circle already. Hillier. I was going to call that a pass. Don't think it was.
We'll give it to him as a pass, shall we? An assist even. An assist.
An assist. So Vic's out to 4-1 after almost 5 minutes. Stringer whips it. Froman doesn't want to shoot. No, Hillier on the base. Oh, great jump from Wiley. Hillier will get another attempt.
They seem to be making good space. First and second phase there, just going to finish off the shot, don't they?
They do now. So 5-1 start to the Vics. Ward, oh. Was able to regather and then moves back into the circle. Then use of the post. Bit of feeling in this one.
With a target like that, Queensland should be able to find their shooter quite easily, shouldn't they?
It's certainly a good move award. Stringer now. Pring. Oh, went for the quick 1-2 for the penalty. So Victoria with the throw in outside the circle. Pring. Just to no one in particular. Commons ends up on the floor.
Looks like with Ginger, the pushes on.
Burn a little stuck in the middle. A lot of contest in the air from both teams too. Smith gets up, but Ward, too strong, misses that. Vic's on the attack. Hillier. Stringer. That was a good weight from Stringer on that pass, just offline from Faramond though.
Good pressure one-on-one here from the Vics.
They're really making it hard.
There it
Hillier
comes.
gets his hand to it. Vic's now looking to take a quick play of this offside. Faramond just not awake to it. Wiley comes up with it. Hosking. Over a third. Stringer now. Hillier wants it out, but again, another look into the circle and it opens for the Vics.
Nice shot there from the shooter. Put them up 6-2.
Queensland with a little bit of work to do. 6.5 to go in the first. And that's off Merrick, can't quite believe it. Merrick, Common, sorry, he got knocked down but was quickly getting back up. Little nudge in back play from Robinson, I think. Or was it Merrick? Faramond, Stringer. Tough take from Faramond.
Putting their bodies on the line early, aren't they? From both sides.
It's just a little off target, 6 from 9, 67% to start the game. Pring is always looking into the circle first. That was a nice rotation. Hillier had great timing and gathers the rebound.
And their centre pass with a chance to go up 8-2.
It's just sort of stuck for an option there. They sort of floated around instead of having a driver. Commons, that was a tough take. Quick play of the penalty. Byrne now back in the action. Just another misfeed from the Vics.
They're really not capitalising on their chances, are they? They could be up 12-2, 13-2 probably if they use the ball well.
Right, smart play from Elliott off the post. It's not the first time we've seen that this week. Stringer in the air. Tapped forward though by Byrne. Vics come up with it. Stringer. Hillier. Elliott just seems a little bit indecisive as to whether he should come out of the circle or stay back on Faramond, and hovering in between those two thoughts is not helping Queensland at the minute. Quick ball from Robinson. Ward doesn't want to shoot. Held. He did hesitate. Oh. Commons just threw it back to Queensland. Ward, can he make the shot this time? He elects to pass off. Oh. That was great work from Robinson to keep that ball in play. Hillier now. Off the hands of Pring. But it's a Vic throw in. So it must have come off Hosking. Pospisil now. Hillier and Stringer running through the middle, so effectively over the top of each other. Furman just pops out the front. Offside though, gives Queensland possession. Elliott. Robinson through the middle. Big ball into Merrick and Ward, uncontested. Queensland bring it back. Now to 8-4.
Bit too long again there from Byrne, is it? The centre?
Yep. Queensland don't really have a lot of pressure through the midcourt as the Vics are coming down the attack end. And a set of dominoes there. I think Hillier might have tripped over Hosking's foot and now he wants the floor wiped. Just over 90 seconds to go in the first quarter. Vics with the restart. Queensland defenders not really in position. And they break the run of centres. Oh, into the gutter, Faramond. He wasn't expecting it. It wasn't meant for him.
Take what you can get though in the final, won't you?
Luck falling Victoria's way early. Byrne now looking into the circle. Robinson. Quick flick to Ward. That was a better contest from Smith. Last 50 seconds. Margin's 5. So Vic will be looking to score and then stop Queensland scoring. Stringer. Not the best pass into the circle. Faramond, I think Hillier was open on that occasion, but opted to look out first.
Nice shot.
So Queensland now a breaking call with 15 seconds remaining. Time will be held as the ball is retrieved. within the circle, maybe not wholly within. Must have 1 foot inside the circle for a centre pass. Vics have 7 seconds to shoot. It won't count. The shot won't count, but the Vics with a handy 6-goal lead at quarter time in the 17 and under first semi-final. They lead Queensland 11-5. So Victoria with a 6-goal lead. They'll head, the winner of this match will head into a final at 8 o'clock tonight on this court. That will be live streamed against the winner of VIC 1 and ACT. That's also being played at the minute. So we'll get you that score as soon as we can. Some shooting stats from the first term, and the Vics 16 attempts to 7. Jerome, where do you think it's not working for Queensland at the minute?
Yeah, I think they're just trying to rush the ball, really. They're not really putting enough pressure on in defence, which is giving so many opportunities to the Vics. But I think when they get the ball in attack, they're running it too quick. If they try and find circle edge, they'll open their shooter up. As I said before, he's a good mover, so he'll open up some good space if they just give him time and have patience with the ball, I think.
Cooper Ward, 5 from 7. He scored all of Queensland's goals. Fairmont has 9 from 12 at 75%. Hillier 2 from 4. So Vics with plenty to be happy with as the two teams come on court for the second quarter. And Vic Ones are leading ACT 17-7 at quarter time in the other semi. So it could be an all-Victorian final. Vics look up and about, plenty of talk. Vics with his first centre pass. Doesn't look like any changes to Victoria. Elliott and Wiley still the circle defence for Queensland. Jordan has come on at centre for Queensland, replacing Byrne. Oh, good take from Ward. One-handed, left-handed. Bit like yourself, Jerome.
Left-hander, yeah. Not many of them around, so we'll give him credit. Ready to find one. Hopefully he can turn it on for Queensland and they can bring themselves back. I think that play just there shows how much of a target he can be if they find good space to him and hit the circle edge.
Yeah, probably a mission for Queensland in this quarter to work it a little bit closer to the circle before looking in.
Yeah, and you would think by working it there for a period of time, that will open up the long ball when the Vics stop having a crack or start having a crack at the pocket ball. But yeah, it's just finding that balance of working some long, working some.
Stepping call from Byrne. Stringer. Jordan into everything early in this quarter. A step again from Faramon. Merrick now. Robinson. The two attackers are really high in that centre third. A lot of running for him, but Ward has got the first 2 goals for Queensland in this quarter. And looking for a third. Byrne, Wiley.
Nice drive there from the goal defence.
Big ball in, Ward strong. Takes the rebound. 3-1 start to the second term for Queensland. Pring, Stringer, Hillier, back to Stringer. Good touch there from Elliott. That time over the reach of Wiley. Double jump from the Queensland defenders.
Big game going over 4 sets of hands, isn't it? The feed to the circle. If it comes off for you.
Queensland now, Merrick. Big ball to Jordan. He's slight, but he's strong. From Ward again. He's 8 from 11 at 73%. 9 from 12, sorry. All of Queensland's goals. Pospisil, Commons. Queensland doing a lot better job defensively at the start of the second quarter. Commons is just does a 360. Vic's needing a first and second phase to get through.
So that penalty just released pressure, didn't it? Gave them heaps of space and time to move the ball, but they've turned it over here.
Jordan now, Wiley. Merrick had eyes only for Ward. Great leap from Robinson. I could only dream of getting up that high. That's his first. Queensland lead this quarter 5-2. So they've scored 5 goals in less than 5 minutes. Only scored 5 in the first quarter. Ward makes it 6.
Now's the time you'd really like to see the Vic defenders try something different. They come off the body, have a crack at a ball.
Queensland get the ball again. Ward won't shoot from there. Jordan. Good touch on the pass from Smith. Contact from behind from Robinson. Merrick keeps it in. Queensland with a chance to draw back the scoreline to even. Jordan. Ward pretty much doing as he likes so far at the start of this second quarter. It's 13 apiece. 8-2, the quarter break. Pring, hands in it from Wiley, keeps it in. Pospisil, I don't think Merrick had possession. Pring. It's not looking pretty in the Vic attack end now. Queensland really up the ante. Merrick, Byrne, Jordan, just running down the sideline. Ward shoots.
I guess this quarter just highlights the importance of hitting circle edge, doesn't it? We're trying to find a feed. They haven't really stuffed too many up this quarter, but in the first they really struggled to find their shooter.
Stringer, Commons. Everyone is just standing behind for Victoria. Held ball. Merrick. Jordan. Robinson across court. Pospisil taps it out. And it opened up for Ward. And Queensland take the lead for the first time with the centre pass to follow. 8 gone in the second. 14-13 to Queensland. Just 2 goals so far for Vic this quarter. Will not please their coach.
No, they seem to settle really well in the first, but they come out a bit frantic here, haven't they? Unable to find space. Props to Queensland for the defensive effort in this quarter.
I think particularly Wiley and Elliott have really started to close up all that space in the goal circle as well.
They seem to be very athletic, aren't they? They can get the high ball, but they can also work the ground and attack the low ball as well, which makes it harder for the shooters to find an opening.
Jordan stuck. Wiley laughs off the call. Unlucky with the step. Good touch out from Robinson. Pring was down in back plate for not the first time this quarter. Good hand in there from Elliott. Now Jordan on the floor. He's just come on. Elliott with a hand to everything in this quarter. Oh, that was a good drive from Hilliard. He's 4 from 7. Quickest play of the day for Queensland. Merrick just looked toward at the centre pass. Hillier now. And Vic's just a bit of a rabble in this second quarter. 5 to go. Queensland the lead by 2. Jordan, long ball into the middle. Byrne. Robinson has had a much better quarter. Pring. Stringer via the floorboards, but Queensland mop up through Elliott, Jordan, Byrne, Merrick. Pospisil with the contact. Merrick now. Ward wasn't in great position, but they threw to him anyway. Quick pass to Robinson. It's all a little too easy for Queensland at the minute. 3 minutes remaining in the second. And a break from Merrick. It's the break Victoria need. Stringer just flat-footed on that receive. That ball was too big for you, even, I think.
I'm not even sure why he threw that. There were 2.5 minutes to go in the quarter. It's not like they only have a few seconds to score.
Yeah.
He was caught really high again. They had no one to throw to, probably, if he just stays out and lets his defenders bring the ball to him. Eager to get his hands on it.
Victoria with the centre pass. Stringer, Hillier, Faramon. Hasn't clicked at all this quarter. Jordan's been massive in the middle. Step from Elliott. And just got his hands to it on the way through.
Just trying to rush Victorians, aren't they? I think they're a bit frazzled by the Queenslanders and want to try and score quickly, but if they just look after the ball.
Oh, unfortunate for Elliott, because that was a perfectly timed jump. Had to reset the penalty though. So just over a minute remaining. Queensland by 3. Robinson looks straight into Ward. All a little too easy now for Queensland in the scoring department. Off Jordan. And Vic have plenty of time to score again. If they want to take the throw in quick enough. Just doesn't seem to be any urgency. They're probably a little tired, but there's still 20 seconds to go, or thereabouts. That was not well placed. Picked off by Wiley. Jordan, Robinson. Pospisil had a crack. Merrick umpiring as well, calling the throw in. And Byrne had an incorrect throw in. So half time in the 17 and under knockout semi-final. The winner will go straight through to the grand final tonight at 8 o'clock. Queensland lead Victoria 20-16.
passion, dedication, fun and fitness. What do all these things have in common? These are all the qualities of Game Clothing and our brand ambassadors, professional athletes Laura Langman and Stephanie Wood. Stay up to date with all the latest ambassador and product news at gameclothing.com.au.
So Queensland lead in the 17 and under division knockout semi-final, 20-16, a complete role reversal of the first quarter, Jerome. They trailed 11-5 and they put on a 15-5 second term. It's really a tale of two halves in a half.
Yeah, it really is. I think, Vic obviously started the first quarter so much better than Queensland did, but Queensland came out of the break firing and Vic just seemed to struggle to get the ball to the circle edge and then failed to shoot when they got the ball in there, didn't they?
Yeah, and I do wonder, we have seen a lot of the higher divisions make lots of changes throughout a quarter. As a coach, that must be really difficult to know when to make a change to try and create some impact and make a difference to what's happening on court, and whether you let a side settle in and try and run it out. But things just weren't working for Victoria.
No, not at all. I guess, it's finding that balance whether to let, your 7 out there try and work through the problems that they're having, and, they'll come out and grow from that experience in themselves. But yeah, there comes to a point, doesn't it, when you need to decide to pull the pin and make a change and see if they can get something going for you.
So it looks like we've got some changes for Victoria. Pring's moving from wing attack to centre. Bodie Stringer is coming off. Callum Bard is on at goal shooter. And Lucas Faramond is moving from goal shooter to wing attack. So we'll see if that makes any difference for Victoria.
Wholesale changes in the attacking end.
Yeah, and I guess that was the area that was of most concern. I think they were still contesting really well defensively, as we've just had the lights go out and back on again. It's a little bit of entertainment at halftime. Budget's tight. Got to get what we can give.
Yeah, I'd like to see the Vic defenders try something differently against the Queensland shooter there. They sort of stayed on the body. And second phase for Queensland was really lifted quite often to a pocket. So if the Vic guys can come up and have a crack at that, they might be able to win some more ball. I don't think they're going to win much one-on-one. Given the stature and the athleticism of the shooter. So if they can have a crack at something else outside the circle, they might win more ball that way and take it into a shot and get back into this game, or back ahead into this game.
Looks to be only one change for Queensland, with Delaforce on at wing defence. And in the other semi-final on court 2, Victoria leading 33-12 against ACT. So it might be safe to say that the Vic 1 side will make it into the grand final from here, you would think.
Obviously, with that many changes being made, Victorians, it might take them a little while to settle. But I don't really think they can afford to take too long.
Commons, Pring. Faramond. Bard's holding, but he wasn't sighted. Hillier. 7 from 10 from Hillier. Faramond moving to wing attack was 11 from 15 to half-time. 14 from 19 from Ward. In the first half. And Robinson didn't score in the first quarter, but put up 6 from 7 in the second term. That was probably another point of difference too, to have 2 shooters on strike rather than trying to go through just one avenue.
Yeah, it just made the Vic defenders a little bit more accountable, didn't it? They couldn't sit back and double the shooter there. They had to make sure that they did their own job and looked after the goal attack.
Jordan, Delaforce. Merrick. Smith seems to be holding behind every time the ball comes down. Maybe he needs to try and come out the front and make it look like there's no space behind Ward to feed. Bring Hillier now. Off target with that one. Jordan, Elliott, Wiley. Merrick now as is it Pospisil that's gone down. Commons.
Still a ginger, isn't he?
Yeah. Just keep an eye on that. Oh, it was smart from Robinson. Shuffled it through to Ward.
It's good from the keeper, though, to be having a crack.
Hillier now. Better shot that time. Bard still yet to put up a shot. 3.5 into the third. Queensland up by 5. Out of the hand to Jordan, keeps it in play. Merrick.
From a VIC perspective, though, they'll be happy for them to be feeding from the transverse line. They won't want them to get a circle edge. So if they're happy to throw it from there, gives the Vics longer time to have a crack at the ball.
Will he shoot? He will. Off target. Bard wasn't really positioned for the rebound. Elliott now. Delaforce. Just implores his teammates to come forward on the throw-in. Bard now. Contact on Bard. Brought his arm into the defender, according to the umpire. Merrick flicks at Skyward. Almost went through the ring. Ward.
Not sure if he was trying to feed or shoot that.
This isn't fast 5. And again.
Everyone wants to be a shooter, though. Everyone wants to be a shooter.
It's the glory position, isn't it, Jerome? You get all the accolades, big money.
All the pressure. All the pressure.
And the pressure, yeah.
All the pressure.
That's the price you pay.
That's so true.
Just a real lack of communication in the Victorian attack end. It's become non-existent since quarter time. Not sure what's going on. Delaforce, Jordan for Queensland now. Robinson. They're scoring at a rate of knots now, Queensland. 8-3 this quarter.
I'm not really sure why Ward's taking that pass, but
I know. I mean, he's handling the ball enough as it is. He's just
he's looking for dream team points, isn't he?
yeah. Today's live stream, in fact, the tournament live stream brought to you by Game Clothing. And we have a break on this court for the next time slot at 3:30. There will be a game on the show court, so we ask that you tune into that between New South Wales and ACT in the mixed reserve division. It's a prelim final. The winner will play tomorrow. And there's a couple of ways you can catch the stream. amna.com.au will have both courts. You can pick which one you want. The AMNA Facebook page will have show court only, and netballscoop.com will have both streams also. But if you want to watch it live, you can head down to Janea Netball Centre at any stage. Just $5 a ticket for an adult to get in. Cheap as chips. Pay more for a coffee in Sydney. And there'll be 2 grand finals tonight at 8 o'clock and 5 tomorrow across 3 time slots.
Plenty of opportunity to see it in action, isn't there? There's no real excuse not to keep up to date and see the scores of the games.
Social media is a buzz also.
Some big names in commentating this week.
Who are they, Jerome?
Myself,
besides yourself,
obviously.
yeah.
No, Julie Fitz from the Giants, Abby McCulloch, Paige Hadley from the Swifts.
Yep.
So they've all been big names to come in. And
Yep. Paige will be back tomorrow for the Open Men's Final at 1:45. We're hoping to have another special guest perhaps tonight at 8 o'clock, but we won't confirm anything yet.
secret squirrel business for now.
Yeah.
No, but in all seriousness, it's been good to have those people come down and promote the game and get involved. I know that they're good supporters of men's netball, so to have them down commentating and building the profile, it's been great to listen to, great to see, and it's good to have those people around and watching games.
They've absolutely loved it. I've had a lot of special guests also during the commentary, and look, perhaps if we get the champs across the WA, we'll get a few more stars in the commentary box.
Yeah, I spoke to Sue Gordon a few weeks back, and she was saying that she was gutted that she couldn't do both, clashing with the com games. Obviously, that's where she is at the moment, and shout out to her up there. But, I know she loved last year on the Gold Coast, and be more than happy to come back again if we were not clashing with any of her busy schedule that I know she runs.
Sue Gordon has a finger in every single pie possible, let me tell you. She absolutely loves the sport.
Busy lady.
And the Aussies, incredibly impressive by all accounts against Northern Ireland last night. 92-26 in their opening Com Games matches. Ward just throws it up from out of court. They've got no answer for him, Victoria. (34-21). Hillier misses everything on that attempt. 14-5 the quarter break, just over 5 to go in the third.
Good defensive pressure there, though, making up for his missed attempt, but working hard trying to win the ball back.
Jordan with the contact, Pring with the pass. It wasn't much of a screen set.
With the sheer athleticism in that circle, I'd be wanting our shooters probably to try and hold front. Wouldn't want to go through too many high balls.
Merrick, Jordan on the fly, great leap. Ward throws that one back in behind the back and tried to be a little fancy there, did Merrick. Commons hasn't had the ball for a while. Hillier, Fairmont, haven't said his name a lot also since the move to wing attack. It's just coming undone for the Vics. Merrick, look to the circle. They'll set it up now. Robinson, there's the bomb. Strong from Ward.
An absolute rock for him down there, hasn't he?
15 straight this quarter. Cooper Ward, and a breaking call against Victoria. Della Force. It's probably those passes there into the pocket that Vics need to come out and contest. Smith too, he seems to be trying to mirror Ward, but he hasn't had much success since quarter time.
Yeah, it's those long lifted ones, isn't it? Even if he has a crack at one, if he doesn't get it, bursts to the post. Put a bit of doubt in the feeders, but if he's getting beaten 1-1, he has to try something else.
Robinson, twinkle toes, passes it off to Ward, one-handed take. Margin now at 15. Vic One's leading ACT 39-19 on court 2, so it's looking like a Vic 1 v Queensland final at 8 o'clock on court 1. Wiley just throwing himself at everything and the floor. Oh, keeps it in. Yeah, Commons just up and under Robinson on that take. Jordan, Merrick, Ward home alone. Smith did go out hunting, but it wasn't the ball side.
And even due to that, he almost got the long one in, so he wasn't far off that, but even by having a crack, gave him a bit more time and run at the ball instead of being stuck on the body.
Step call on Ward. Rare turnover from Queensland in the attack end. Hospital now. Smith. Hospital. Faramon just didn't drive hard enough to that ball. Delaforce, Ward, out of the circle. Oh, Ward just mops up everything. Faramon, Bard. Not a lot of movement from Bard, so he's not giving a lot for Vic to try and throw to. Ten from 18 now from Hillier. He's gone off the boil in this third quarter, 4 from 9. Less than a minute remaining, margin at 17. It's Bard's fourth since coming on at halftime. Delaforce, Merrick just looks straight into Ward. Robinson was trying to provide the decoy, but it didn't really matter as Queensland notch up their 40th. And Ward has all 20 of Queensland's goals in this third quarter without a miss. Make that 21. So they've doubled their score from half time. Vics have only put on 7. And they're going straight in again. Beautiful spin on the pass from Merrick. And that is three-quarter time. Queensland sitting pretty in the 17 and under division. It looks like they're heading to the grand final at 8 o'clock tonight. They lead Victoria 42-23. So Queensland with probably a really big ask on their hands, down by 19. 22 goal quarter to Queensland to just 7. Do you just let the players run it out now? Do you try and give them some instructions to play a little better, play for some pride in this last quarter?
Yeah, I think that's what it comes down to, doesn't it? You're down by 19. It's about pride, but I think they can definitely win ball if they just try and change something up defensively. I think they're quite happy to sit one-on-one with the Ward, the goal shooter, but they're not going to win ball that way. He's far too big a target. So if they try something different, they win ball, and that will give them some confidence going into attack, and they just need to convert them, and then they can build from there. 19 goals it's hard in one quarter netball, but it's not undoable, it's not unheard of, but it'll be a huge effort from here.
Yeah, it was just no changes defensively. They struggled in attack also. They look a little dejected when they were really pumped up at quarter time. I mean, they thrashed Queensland by 17 just 2 days ago. So much has happened between now and then. Victoria one's lead ACT by a similar margin on court 2, 42-21 at 3/4 time. So it does look like Queensland and Victoria for the grand final. That will be played at 8 o'clock on this court. And also at 8 o'clock on the show court will be Victoria and Queensland in the 23 and under division. So 2 grand finals on Friday night. Jack Field has come on at wing attack for Merrick for Queensland. Sorry, wing defence for Hosking. And the Vics have brought back on Bodie Stringer at wing defence. Pospisil has moved from wing defence to goalkeeper, and Smith has come off. See if that makes any difference.
I think the Vic's playing the high ball through court. It's really playing into the hands of the Queensland defenders. I think if they try and find some better angles, keep the ball low, they'll give their shooters more opportunities. As a high ball comes off as I say that.
It's always late. Pring, Hillier. Commons calling for it. Held from the umpire on the Hillier pass. Jordan directing traffic. Merrick. Ward. And that is his 40th. 40 from 45 at 89%. He'll want to be replicating that in the grand final.
He is such a huge target, but the Queensland have had no hands over pressure their pass, so you'd think, for a defender to be able to have a crack, the ball needs to float for as far as possible. And just to force that, they need to get some hands over the ball carrier. Just far too many options, too much vision for the passer to get it to the shooter under the ring.
Yeah, see, no real pressure from Vic, but they come up with it through Commons. The ball to Robinson wasn't the best. Pring. Faramond was kept quiet in the third quarter and wasn't the best pass across the court. But plenty to take away from the game for all 17s. State teams. This is part of the AMNA pathway, 17s, 20s, 23s. Open mixed, open men's, reserve mixed and reserve men's. There's room for all states to play. In fact, Northern Territory have indicated they'd love a team within the next 2 years. And they're getting a brilliant new stadium being built also, so who knows where the championships will end up next. Great take from Wiley. Long ball from Merrick. Ward passes. That might be his first assist for the day.
When you've hit 40, though, you don't need many assists. I don't think his coach will be complaining about his low assist count. As long as he keeps hitting 40, that is.
Speaking from experience, Jerome.
Yeah, I'm not a very big assist man. Unfortunately, I get one here and there, and I'm pretty proud of myself when I get them. But it's all about, it's about the team, and the goal attack would know that. He's happy not to put many shots up as long as Ward's hitting them and they're winning, 48-25. So he's not going to be complaining about his game at the moment. Obviously, that would have to change if they were able to shut Ward down. They'd have to come into the game a bit and be more of an option and more of a shooter. But at this stage, it's working for them, so they don't need to change too much. Again, another lifted ball, resulting in a turnover.
Good attempt from Pospisil. Might have looked like it come off Ward's hands last, but Queensland will take the throw in. Been one-way traffic since quarter time as Queensland hit 50 goals, just 14 goals after quarter time from Vic 2 and 45 from Queensland. Bard gets his 6th. Wiley, Field. All looking a little too easy now for Queensland.
Good touch from Jordan. And they race down the court with very little pressure.
Vic's look tired now. Merrick. We'll allow him one mistake.
We'll give him one. He might be getting tired. Putting out high 40s.
He has handled the ball a heck of a lot in this one. Through the hands of Pring.
Almost collision with the post.
Yeah, the Posts have seen plenty of action this week.
Almost too close for his shot there.
Yeah, Robinson didn't look too comfortable being almost under the ring. Merrick that time. I think that's when Queensland looks best, so it's probably a little bit of homework for Vic 1 to have a look at shutting down Merrick. He's happy to throw the ball in from everywhere. What a leap from Robinson. 1-2 with Ward. Oh, a deflection from Pospisil. Just short. Now Commons is out. Robinson makes good. Pring's down again. Bard. And another change for Victoria. for the final 6.5 minutes. 53-27 to Queensland. And on court 2, VIC's 47-23. So it'll be VIC 1 versus Queensland in the final, 8:15 tonight. Court 1. Join us for the live stream. Oh, Merrick. Vic's trying in vain.
I like what Jordan's done since he came on. He gave them a real balanced head down there in attack. Happy to hit circle edge when he needed to, but, you know, also looking long, and if it's on, happy to give it. Another one over the top there.
Everything just falling Queensland's way now. Robinson out to Merrick and over to Ward. He hasn't missed in the second half. Good contest on that occasion from Commons. So Vic's with a couple of changes at that last break. Ferris and Williams on at wing attack and wing defence. Stringer and Ferriman to the bench. Still 5 minutes to go. And Ward gets called for the step. Williams. Pring. Back again. That was a nice one too. Oh, just too much on it from Hillier.
There's rush of blood.
Yeah. The space was there, just didn't have the execution. Jordan now. Robinson, quick flick back, Merrick straight over to Ward. That's been pretty much the play that Queensland have churned out over and over again. That's Ward's 50th, 50 from 55 at 91%. Cooper Ward has been a thorn in the side of the Vics.
Simply unstoppable, hasn't he been? The game's not over yet.
He's like a young Jerome Gilbard. Great attempt from Pospisil twice. Robinson just got a little lazy on that second feed, threw it over the back of his head. You've scored 50 in a game several times, haven't you?
I think.
Probably this week.
I think so. Not really sure. I don't really count the scores. I count the misses. Try and keep that number as low as possible. As long as that stays down, I'm happy. And a win, of course.
Oh, Ward was open, but Jordan just loose footwork. Jordan with the contact on Pring. 2 minutes to go. 58-27 to Queensland. Good touch there from Wiley.
Still persisting with the overball, aren't they? Allowing the Queenslanders to have a go. Another one.
That was a better play from Vic that time. Lucky, and I think his foot was out. I know, a step from Bard. Wiley. Elliott through to field. Quickly played to Robinson. Waits for Ward to move. His first miss of the second half. But it doesn't really matter. Queensland have put on 39-11 since half time. But Vic should hold their head pretty high. This is a development team, really, for the 17s. 2 Victorian teams in the division, and they made the finals still.
And they've still had some good passages of play, haven't they? They've just been, unfortunately for them, it's been few and far between, or, you know, they've made it down there but just haven't quite executed on the shot. So, you know, being development and give them a year or two together, and they'll really be polished and, you know, fighting. They'll be here next year with a
year under their belt. Yeah, a little more experience from this year as well.
I guess key for them will be, you know, to keep as many of them together as possible. You know, having this year inside, you know, with them and working together again for another year only bring them, you would think, more success.
Pring hasn't given up for Victoria. He's probably been their best across the game. 20 seconds to go. Can Queensland score another one? And that is the game. So Queensland will head to the final at 8 o'clock tonight against Victoria 1, who have not long to go in their match against the ACT, but they lead by 25 goals late in the last quarter. Victoria just didn't have an answer to Cooper Ward after quarter time, so they go down 62-27. Jerome, thank you very much for joining us in commentary.
No worries at all. Thanks for having me.
And we take a break from Court 1 for the next time slot, so head across and check out the show court. It's the mixed reserve preliminary final, New South Wales up against ACT.